Girl, you're probably watching this video because you're about to enter the corporate world and you just don't know what to expect. I get how it's so overwhelming having to transition into this new chapter in your life and adjusting to a completely different environment than what you're used to. And just a year ago, I started my job as a management trainee in a local bank. And today marks my 1 year anniversary of being a corporate girl. So trust me, I've learned so much actually in the course of a year, and I'll be sharing 10 things that I've learned and something I wish I knew before entering corporate. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Hi, I'm Trixie, and welcome back to my channel. So, here we talk about all things self development and spirituality to help you become your best and brightest self. First step, start with a beginner's mindset and don't be afraid to ask questions. When I first started, I put this huge pressure on myself to understand the processes, to know everything immediately. Like I had to do something impactful right away or contribute in some big way. And I would just get frustrated at myself for not doing enough or being a slow learner or when I'd make a mistake. It made me completely overwhelmed and gave me a lot of unnecessary stress. Adjusting to a completely new place and setup is not easy, and it's okay to take your time in learning about it. You wouldn't learn it in like a week. Give it 2 to 3 months even. That is okay and that is completely normal. Like I totally get the fear of looking stupid or not knowing what you're doing. But that's okay. Like, that's part of the journey. That's part of the process. And it might seem like it's embarrassing to ask questions and admit you don't know anything. Trust me, you're not a burden or you're not annoying to be asking any questions. Go ahead and do so, please. Your bosses, your supervisors, they will actually see it as a good thing. That means you're proactive. That means you're trying to actually learn, actually do something. Second tip is do not take work personally. Work is work at the end of the day. Please, please don't make your work your personality. You're worth so much more than your productivity for the day, your monthly eval. Please don't equate your worth over what your boss says about you or what your coworkers say about you. I remember actually earlier this year, I remember crying actually after receiving very harsh, honest feedback from my supervisor. I realized it's actually not that deep. Like, why am I allowing another person's feedback on my work affect me? It doesn't say anything about me. Because at the end of the day, we are not saving lives. We are sending emails, saving PDFs. We're working for another person's dreams. Just do your job, and that's it. So for the fourth tip, simply do what is expected of you and you'll be fine. Girl, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, don't put that extra pressure to like do more, ask for more work, or like go overtime when not needed. Your best may look different on different days. Could be just going to work that day, even if you're feeling very tired or you lack sleep. It's already good enough. Or if you've ticked all your expected deliverables for the day, like, girl, you've already done a great job just by showing up. Now, fifth tip, you are a human being, not a human doing. Do not feel guilty for taking that short 10-minute break, for taking a leave every once in a while because you're entitled to it. As a Gen Z in the workplace, having that work life balance is very important to me. That, sometimes by 6, I'm already out the door. Like, I am not a machine. I am not an Excel processor. Get up off your desk and do something else. You could either treat yourself to a coffee or a drink outside or a couple of stretches, or you can go talk to your work friends. Take a moment to breathe and have those moments of mindfulness, because sometimes we get so lost in the work that we forget this. Sixth tip, not everyone has your back. So don't go around telling everyone everything. In corporate is not everyone is trustworthy and they prioritize saving their face or saving their reputation rather than your own. Before you start complaining to just anyone or sharing anything personal, be careful. Like, what if this person is already spreading this image to others about you, or worse, telling your boss about it? I've seen this happen. Be very careful about who you confide in, because you don't know what people are capable of once they're put on the spot. Seventh tip, find your support system or have at least one work friend. Just having that person or having that circle of friends that you could fall back on when you're having a hard day makes a whole lot of difference. It just makes work, like going to work, more fun and more bearable because you know, like you have people who you could talk to, you can trust. Build your network, build your relationships at work. Like I remember when I was starting, I would just honestly feel so alone, like having to do things on my own and not having someone to talk to. It was hard, but right now I am just so grateful for the friends that I've made. We would have after work activities and now we're even traveling together very soon, which I'm so excited about. So I'd just like to give a shout out to my MT family. I love you guys. Eighth tip, it is okay to say no and set some boundaries. As a new hire, there's just that desire to prove yourself to your boss by accepting every single task or favor and saying yes. Trust me, that would not do you good in the long term. Being a yes man or a yes woman, it's only gonna give you more work and it will leave you feeling more burnt out. Choose what matters to you and go with that. You'll start feeling that inner resentment and you're going to blame yourself for saying yes, which will lead to lower morale. Know your work goals. Like, what are your work goals? And, like, if someone asks you to do anything, like, does this align to my work goals? And if not, you can say no. So, it's best to prioritize quality over quantity. If you know that your to do list is packed enough, you can set boundaries in a very professional way and just say no. Do your best with what's in front of you, what matters to you, what is aligned to your career goals, and leave the rest behind. So for the ninth tip, this is more practical. So start building an emergency savings fund and allot a portion of your salary into that. Your journey towards financial freedom starts now. Like start early, start now. Your future self will thank you for it. I know that starting to have your own money feels so exciting. Like trust me, like I just wanted to like buy everything, all the things that I wanted to buy. But believe me, like this is all just short-term gratification. And then after you receive that thing, you'll feel bad that you bought it. Yeah, before you know it, you barely have anything left and then the cycle continues again and again. It's time to pay yourself first, by allocating, say, 10%, or you could start with 5% of your monthly salary into an emergency savings account. Safety net, it's like a fund. So just in case something happens, you have a cushion. The thing about emergency savings funds is you don't touch it. I personally have my emergency fund in a digital bank. I put mine in Maya because I like Maya because it earns such a high interest, like around up to 6%. There are so many digital banks out there. Do your research. I find it better than placing my money in a traditional bank that earns little interest. And so for the last tip for this video is trust the process because it gets better. And this is something that I've actually learned quite recently. It's true that you may have those days where you feel like the whole world is against you, like you're beating yourself up over this failure or having this mistake. You're just extra burnt out or tired and you want to give up. Trust me that it will pass and it will get better. It's a bad day and not a bad life. We're hired because they saw potential in you. So please never underestimate your worth, your potential, your abilities so much, like not being enough, not doing enough. You deserve that spot. One day you'll just find yourself getting home and like feeling very grateful because that's what happened to me. Once I've had that shift in mindset. Girl, like, I get the growing pains. Like, I really do. I'm not gonna lie, like, the first few months of me being in corporate, I was such a noob. I was such a loner. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I was questioning a lot of things. But sooner or later, like, once you keep going, once you keep moving forward, you'll get the hang of it. You'll adjust soon enough. You'll be commended for the work that you do. You will find your circle of work friends or at least one work friend. As soon as you feel overworked or you feel like your values are being compromised, you can leave. But if not, just be grateful. It'll work out soon enough, just like how it did mine. So it's all about the way you look at things. So I wish you the best of luck on this new chapter. Just have fun and don't take it too personally. Don't take it too seriously. Okay, you're meant to enjoy this life. You're working to live, not living to work. You got this. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.